Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would really help out my channel. Go to FunkoGirl06 to get notified of when I post on my Instagram. Peace. Your other right or more to the right. I wasn't really paying attention, so I'm gonna put your other right. Buddy, it's your other right. Yeah, your other right. Don't trust Seba, he's a moron. Hey! The Dullahan cautiously shifts to the left and finally stumbles into the dining room. Buddy seems to be putting the finishing touches on the letter. Okay. Joanne is still eating and Seba's fiddling with his tail. You look at the flames in his ear curiously. I know that when we first met, you said you were a demon, but what kind are you? I mean, you don't have horns or anything. Well, Joanne seems to think that I'm half hellhound and half ninetails, but I disagree. At the mention of her name, she looks up with contempt. On what grounds? Seba looks towards you. You looks back towards Joanne. What does on what grounds mean? Basically, like, what's your reasoning? Oh, in that case, I bought this DNA kit online, and let me guess, it says you're a descendant from George Washington. Seba puffs out some smoke in disapproval. No. Clear, I'm a descendant from Genghis Khan, and I'm native to Australia. Clearly, that DNA test was not only cheap, but made for humans. Clearly, you're cheap and made from humans. Oh! Joanne snaps her fingers, and Seba disappears into a puff of smoke. You cough at the clouded air and wave it away, only to see an infant Seba on the ground. He starts crying, and she gives him a kind smile. I'm terribly sorry you had to hear that. Children can be such a handful. Now then, let's see what Hans has to say. Seba will turn back eventually, right? You quietly note that you should never aim to make Joanne upset. You walk over to the kitchen to see what Buddy/Hans came up with this time. Never mind. Take your time. We're having a pretty nice moment, and I enjoy having their lap as a pillow. Dark Lord Ubu. It's Ubu or it's supposed to be its face. I can't tell. Isn't he kind of rubbing in our faces at this point? Bragging to the extreme? You struggle to keep a straight face and nod. Joanne suddenly looks determined. If he's just going to keep messing around like this, we might as well have some fun too, right? I see no reason why not. She seems satisfied with that answer, and you pull out your phone to contact your investigation partner. You meet up with Murr by the field and notice his scales are turning a bit discolored in parts. You know, being physically active is great, but great and all, but you should probably put on some sunscreen to be safe. Don't worry, remember, it's fake sun. It's actually nighttime right now. You feel embarrassed. I do appreciate you looking out for me, though. That being said, even if it was fake weather, it still is really nice out right now. Would you, want to go out with me on a bike ride? I'd love to. When you typically ride a bike, it's something exhausting but ride on the back of someone. Elsa's bike is a different experience entirely, where it takes you on a thorough tour of the outdoors of the mansion, slowly down on some paths so you can enjoy your surroundings. He was right. The weather, even if it is somewhat manufactured, was incredible. That soft breeze combined with the wind from riding on the bike was something else entirely. By the time you reach the end of the bike ride, Murr still hasn't broken a sweat. He asks if you're ready to go back inside, but you decide to stay out a bit longer to relax. So he goes in without you to finish his workout. The breeze is just right, and before you know it, you fall asleep. Oh, it's your phone. Losers online 2. Losers offline, Hans, Seba, and 3 others. Ah. Murr, what's up? Me. Murr, what are you up to? Oh, I was in the middle of making some salmon before I ran into Buddy. Salmon? Are you okay with eating fish? I mean, it tastes good and it's a good source of protein, so... Oh, but what I meant to say was that Buddy was writing something again. It's a pretty short letter, though. Do you want me to just send a pic? So you don't have to come all the way over here. That'd be great, thank you. PNG attachment. Guys, I think they are trying to kill me. Please help. Huh. Well, Hans has been very indecisive. I would feel more comfortable doing a quick search just in case he is serious. Agreed. That's a really good... I think I read that wrong. Two others. Idea, since it's better to be safe than sorry. What do I keep getting cut off lately? Why do I keep... Who just logged on? I don't know. Okay, this is killing me. Which is a lot considering that I'm technically undead. Lol. Officer, I will help you in your investigation. I don't really think that's necessary. Actually, I was planning on helping out this time around. Shh, it's okay. I know that you're just incomplete all right now. We can pick up where you said that mud thing was. The dirt trail from earlier? Yeah, meet up there in 5 minutes. KK, bye! Heart. Iris is now offline. Well, I guess that I'll have to surrender this round. Leave some investigation behind so I can do it with you next time, okay? Will do! Good luck! You roll back your shoulders a couple times and crack your neck. It's investigation time, and it will probably be a chaotic one if Iris is involved. You're up shortly and vaguely recall passing up this corridor before, but judging by how large the mansion is, you could be mistaking it for a different location. You turn to ask Iris about what areas are nearby, but she is already laughing too hard to respond. Maybe you should just start looking around on your own. Director's note: from investigation scenes, hover over different parts of the screen. If the cursor changes from the cube, click to investigate. As you continue walking down the corridor, you see something gleam on the ground. You bend down to pick it up. I feel like I've seen this on TV somewhere before. Iris peers over your shoulder out of curiosity. Luna, you're a madman! What is it? That's a really weird trading card. You should take it and run. From what I hear, you can only get it back through the black market, and even there, it's limited. Really? That's that lucky? Why'd I turn like country? Sorry. That lucky? She freezes. Hold on. I actually think that's one of Han's cards. You shouldn't steal it. I mean, yeah, you found a clue, but you've never felt more let down before in your life. Something catches your eye near one of the columns. Your attention near one of the columns, not that. Well, to be more accurate, you sneeze and then something caught your attention. Aw, your sneeze sounds like a puppy. It really doesn't. Do it again. I don't think I can sneeze on command. Iris looks crestfallen, and you feel a pang of guilt. Never mind the sneezing. Was this gold dust always in the air? Unless someone charged our AC to an air freshener for rich people? No. We could probably catch some of this stuff in a jar and sell it online. That sounds like a really good idea. Yes, totally. It'd be funny if it could kill you too. Okay, I wonder what else I should look for. One second. Okay. Alright. Haha! The dirt trail you found earlier on the patio seems to have been... Hey, I know that I'm not an actual detective or anything, but did someone tamper with the tracks from that dirt stuff earlier? No, you're right, but why would they go to such lengths for some dirt trail? Motives aside, I'm trying to figure out how they covered their tracks. Without any of us noticing. Iris brings up a good point, but it's also one that you can't quite figure out at the moment. And Stuart aside, you're shocked to find that Iris is actually quite helpful. That's really messed up, man. She seems really nice. It seems like there isn't anything else to investigate. You're starting to feel worn out and decide to take some well-needed time to rest, especially since Hans will probably change his mind again when you go back to the kitchen. Plus, it just seems like a good time for a break, no? You meet up with Myrrh for some leisurely walk back to the dining room to present your findings. I shouldn't have chosen Myrrh. Myrrh sucks. You enjoy a nice conversation, and somewhere along the line, Myrrh starts to trust you more. This might sound a bit weird, but did you see any of my family pictures while we were in my room? Did you? Your room? I don't think I've been there. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that chuckle. Myrrh chuckles softly. The pool. Realization hits you like a truck. Oh, in that case, I'm not sure. I think there were family pictures, but they looked a bit off. You aren't sure how to respond. A little bit? He sighs. I have a bit of a strange confession. What do you mean? Well, when you think of sirens, you tend to be female. Being a male siren meant I was less useful for hunting, so I was cut for my shoal as a kid. That's awful. He shrugs. I found ways to get by. One way was that I deluded myself into thinking I had a family waiting for me out there somewhere. You're guessing that this strategy does not go well, although it does explain the poorly photoshopped pictures in the area you initially thought was for a swimming ad. Anyway, I ended up being kidnapped to spill information on my imaginary sisters, and one thing led to another, and now I have a bunch of scars on my back. I'm glad that you're sharing this with me, but what brought this on? It sounds awful, but It sounds awful, and I can't imagine that you like retelling the story. I mean, I don't, but it looks away. I've just had too many friendships broken because they only wanted to date my sister. Or they didn't want to be associated with me because of my scars. Glances back towards you. So this is basically giving you an opportunity to walk away before I get too attached. If you leave within the next 10 seconds, I'll take that as your answer. Turns back away and tenses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Negative? You grab his hand. You might have to run into the worst of the worst people before. But I would never do something like that to you. Not only that, but you're surrounded by all these unique individuals who care about you. You shouldn't have to do that countdown thing when becoming friends with someone. Anyone with half a brain could see that you're worth more than your scars and family combined. You can't see his face, but he wipes his eye really quick. Are you... No, just it's sweat or something, okay? Thank you, though. That means a lot. You crack a smile. Okay. Let's hurry up to the dining room. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there. That was kind of didn't make any sense. Like, I get why, like, people have never met his sisters, so why would they want to date them just by seeing pictures of them, which would be after they saw him, right? Like, then they would already have a friendship before they see the photos. Or why would you still keep the photos if you knew people thought it was weird? Or the fact that why would somebody not want to be your friend because of scars you have? Like, that makes no sense. Just because, like, I don't understand why people do that to crippled people. Like, that's really messed up. Or people who have disorders. But that's a lot different. But that happens. Like, some people won't be... I feel like people look differently at those people than they do to a normal person. He's a siren. I think somebody wouldn't want to be his friend because he is a siren. A lot more than because he has scars on his back. Like, I don't know. That's just kind of my take on it. It's kind of weird, I feel like. But, time to save. Alright, guys. That took a little longer than 15 minutes, but since we got to that part, I feel like we had to finish it. I will see you guys in the next